Hello and God bless. I just want to share this bit of information with you guys. I think it's best for us to share so that we can help prepare people for situations, because a lot of things, if you don't have, you want to know something going in, you want to know something about the situation that you're in, understanding it. And I just want to say the most difficult situation to be in is when you have somebody cross you, whether it be a boyfriend, family member, and now they are in a situation that if they're a decent human being, they want to make up for the situation. So when we love people, we always think, it's always a shock. We think, no, they wouldn't do me like this, they wouldn't do me like that. But when you get into this situation now, you think not because they love you, now they need to make up. You think that they're not thinking any ulterior motives, and they need to make it up, and you think the last thing they would do is cross you again. But you must remember, they have already crossed you, whether it was to sell you out, use you, choose somebody over you, praise somebody who don't like you on their birthday but don't have time to even call you or acknowledge you on yours, but always need you to do things. That's a form of already crossing you. Or see that you're in struggle, instead of helping you, they asking for more things, and they actually have more than you. They just want to see you in lack. They've already crossed you. So be careful in those situations, especially in a boyfriend situation. Most people know exactly what they're doing. They know if they were asked to do it to make another woman happy or secure, or even another man or another group, another gang. And for a lot of people, you don't know how strong your essence is. Sometimes it could be an agency, government, police. You never know. So, but when people do things, they know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly how they can get somebody close to you. They know exactly who to find. So please be careful, because, like I said, you'll be thinking that those people are looking for opportunities to better themselves in your light and show you that they are trustworthy and that they love you. And that is the time when they will do the worst damage. And because they know this is your last straw, just like the movie This Is Your Last Straw, they're gonna go so hard. They could be taking your life, they could be taking your loved one's life, they could be there's people out here who molest your children, your cats, your elderly. You gotta watch everybody at those times. You can't be leaving these people in your houses and no cameras. Once a person crosses you, period, sometimes even if they haven't, but definitely once they have, they show you that they will do it again, and depending on the reason, if it was to break you, shake you, whatever it was, to succeed, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go 10 times worse. So this is not the time to let your guard down with people. I'm not saying you don't forgive them, you don't help them, but you also want to be mad alert at this time, because what they might do this time be something that they might disappear. They might decide to move, somewhere out of the jurisdiction or the country or anything like that. Or some of these bastards will hurt you and live across the street, date your friend, your cousin. Some people really are out here to hurt people, especially if you have a good spirit, a good soul, a good connection to God. If they think people love you, I've had people be mad that they thought that people loved me, but a lot of those people still love to use me, but they don't like anybody. Not believing the storyline that or the image that they created of me. So, yeah, like I said, and people who don't pretend to friend and date and stuff, sometimes those people definitely are not safe as well, because at the end of the day, they'll do anything to hurt you. So just be careful. Once a person crosses you, they will definitely do it again. I don't care if it's years later. They want to forgive you. They want to help you. You in a hard time. I've had people, like, I don't bother people. So, like, if I'm in a hard time, that's it. I'm working to get out of it. If I slept on your couch, I'm helping out, or I'm working to get out of it. But then they'll create a situation that's not even true. It needs you just to break you. They'll do everything rude. They won't help you. They won't be trying to leave your house. They'll be just trying to try to see what's in your house when you're gone, rummaging through papers, seeing if you're hiding anything, because they want to know how you've been making it. Some people are obsessed with your survival. Sometimes your struggle, but your survival. Some people want to know, how are you making it? How are you not on drugs? How are you not depending on me? And how are you not prostituting? How are you not Whatever these people are doing to survive, how you're not drinking and smoking, that seems to be the main thing, and how do you still have faith in God after everything that you've been through, they put you through, and some people need justification for what they want to put you through in the future. So I don't say that to be fearful, but I say that to be realistic. That's not, when a person has crossed you, that's not a time to let your guard down. I'm not saying that you can't forgive them, you can't help them, but that's a time where you definitely want to be on alert and aware of what's going on, because I just noticed in those situations, I'm like, no, before they even did it, I'm like, no, this person wouldn't do it. This is my so-and-so. This is my so-and-so. This person loves me. I've never done anything to them. But those times is the time you have to tighten them more once they show you, So unfortunately, it only gets worse, whether it be jealousy, greed, evil. Or like I said, sometimes people are told to do things to you. Some people are paid to do things to you. Sometimes it's in the family, whatever, that you don't even know when you were younger, that the parents have asked them to, you're making their seeds look bad. You never know what the situation is. So, yeah, I think at all times you got to keep your guard up. You can keep your guard up and still be able to smile, still be able to live, still be without fear, still just be alert and aware of what's going on around you, and how people respond to you, how people react to your joy. If anybody is happy for your joy, what people say about you, how people come off at you, that's basically how a representation of what people have said about you. And like I said, a lot of families, they pick a person, they pick a scapegoat, they pick somebody who is always their enemy, always don't want to be accepted, or they want you, or they think you want to be accepted, so they hold that over you. Families can be a big gang, police can be a big gang. Most things that has a group of people who with the same agenda, medical field, teachers sometimes, a lot of people go by whatever the other person said to keep the gang going. So a lot of times you just got to be able to be strong on your own, know that God got your back, know that you want what's best for you and yours. I don't know, but yeah. Just be careful. And I just say, once a person crosses you once, you probably, especially if you're a group of one, you probably want to stay away from those people. Because in all actuality, they probably didn't work as a group of one. They probably was doing this for a group of others. So you get away from that individual. There'll be somebody else pretending who associates with that individual that they don't. And they'll try to hurt you in another way. So anyway, yeah, life has been full of some bull crap. And we just be average people just trying to live our lives. We don't be thinking that we're pretty. We don't be thinking that we're ugly. We don't be thinking that we're smarter than anybody. But if you just happen to be any of that, or a tad bit more than what somebody expects, like I said, in any type of scenario, not humble enough. Some people want to humble you no matter how humble you are, because they're intimidated by you. You just got to be strong. There's a lot going on. Be strong, alert, pay attention to the news. If it happens to one person, I don't care what it is. Don't think it's not you. That's your warning that it can happen to anybody, So I don't care if it's a different race or what it is. We got to learn to love that it doesn't happen to one child, one person, one animal. People have to be decent, should be, and want to be decent human beings out here. If nothing else, and people should have basic needs met out here. But because like I said, I can't imagine, even though I know it's not right to be wrong, could you imagine these people out here who don't have access to showers and food, and how angry that can make you, and how it could take you out of your mind and psychotic, especially if you're on medications and different things like that. So yeah, I do have mercy for those people, but I also say stay away from those people. There's people who are skilled to handle those individuals, and if you can't, it only gets worse. Once a person feels comfortable enough to disrespect you, once a person feels comfortable enough to, like I said, act, speak to you when only certain people are around, just any type of way to devalue you, that I think you just definitely got to always watch your back. And you don't want to always be doing it, so you want to separate yourself from people so that you can have your peace of mind. You shouldn't have to watch everybody around you so hard. You shouldn't have to be surrounded with people like that. You should be surrounded with people that you can trust, that has never crossed you and hopefully never will. And sometimes it needs solitude, because no, everybody's imperfect. Everyone's human. But we shouldn't always be competing against each other, trying to one up on each other, trying to be with, think somebody else's man, wants them or make them want them, or, yeah, we all got to get old, we all got to get sick, we all got to leave this world, so nobody's better than nobody. Nobody looks last forever. Looks phase, body shapes and structures change. Ties sag, everything can sag. Hair falls out, turns gray. All the stuff that we can't see even happens. So there's no reason for nobody, and there's no amount of money that can fix and pay for all those things. Sometimes they just make things even worse, so do what you can to make yourself happy. And surround yourself with other people who, I think that's one thing, is filled with God. Because I think people like that, we don't think the way that other people do. We don't think we don't have reason to be jealous. We know what our blessings are, our blessings, and truly, God, not just go to church, not just doing it because their family do it, not just being in a choir. Just truly representing God and following God and having a good heart. But also, even with having a good heart, have a good heart for yourself first. Because a lot of these broke people, if you hear their story, or these people you guys call bums, they were too giving, they were too loving, and other people have common enough sense to keep something for themselves. Take care of yourself first. Make sure you and yours are eating first, because people don't mind. I don't care how much you love them. They do not mind watching you struggle. You might not can watch them struggle. They do not mind watching you struggle and saying you fell off. Even if it's because of them, they won't mention that. Some people just really want to see you fall off. Especially if they always saw you at a certain structure. Now they feel like they can eventually get there. But like I said, if that's not in you, and God ain't built that in you, it's just never going to happen. That takes a definite structure of God and connection to God that a lot of people don't have, and that's what they don't see. That's what most people really envy. This whole life is, to me, is good and evil, devil and Jesus. A lot of the structure, everything is based on that. However far back you want to go, they'll call it something else, but that's what everything is. They usually judge you because you're light of God, your favor. That's it. That's usually the basis. Whether they say it's something else, that's not. No, it always goes back to the root of good and evil. So I love you. God bless. I wish you much success in anything that'll make you happy, anything that'll make your lifestyle stable, anything that'll make the people you love proud of you. You're proud of you, and you're doing more in life than just working and surviving and being traumatized. I want more for all of us. I love you. God bless.